My intention for today is for us to do a deep dive into the 4 steps of Manifest Game to really support you in your mastery of this, to answer any questions that you have. And let's each choose something we want to play with this week. We want to manifest. Please keep it as light and as easy and playful and fun as this is, something that you can experience or manifest in a day or a couple of days or a week or whatever. So this week, pick something that really lights you up. Do you remember when the coins got put on the table last week? Adrienne was all lit up. I mean, she was glowing. And all through the week, has had some fun playing with that. Pick something that lights you up like that. Um, I sit here in front of bay windows looking out over a lake, and the clouds speak to me. I love cloud formation, and it's one of my favorite little light games. The universe speaks to me in clouds, like some people get tarot cards. I'm looking for certain formations. So pick something that light and fun. Pick something that you just don't have any natural resistance to, something really easy so that you can play with the universe this week. And as we play, I invite you to embrace each of these 4 steps. Now, again, they happen simultaneously. We're linear, so I'm giving them to you in linear mode, but they really, all 4 of them work together. They are like the 4 legs of a chair. You need all 4 of them. So, let's chat all the way through those 4 steps this week until you just really feel comfortable. Ask any questions. And I want you to step deeper into your mastery with Manifest Game this week. Really explore it. So, I'm going to take my time working through some of the steps. Anything you want to share as we talk about this? Um, Try to, and again, this is not knowledge. I don't ever want to speak to your brain. Step into your wholeness and let's talk from wholeness about an experience with Manifest Game. So stop me at any time and, let's just go where we go. Step 1, intention. Everything moves by intention. In the universe, as we float around in non-physical, nothing happens until we have an intention. We talked a little bit about this week. There are some religions that tell you that wanting something is what leads to suffering. Don't want anything. This isn't that. The lack of wanting something leads you to drifting aimlessly on the sea. Want something. We came here to create stuff. We came here to want stuff. We are creative beings. We are the beings who intended to manifest physicality so we could project our consciousness into it and have some fun. Wanting is everything. Wanting calls universal energy into you to play with you. All of the universe, all of your guides, all of your higher selves, all of the higher dimensional aspects of you love this game, want something, and then open yourself to feeling all of the universe in here playing with you. So, the step 1 intention is really a big deal. It's an invitation to dream, to expand, to reach for something, to interact, to be fully present in whatever dimension it is that you're in, physical or non physical. Want something. Let that be a passionate desire. Notice also, even in the shares just this week, one week playing this, notice how each of you naturally customized our group intention to your own needs. Intentions move around a bit. from one point of not having it, we state an intention, we think this is what we want. And then on our journey into manifesting it, we realize, oh, it's really this, or it's really that, or we reshape it. So let your step one intention be fluid. That's the nice thing about this happening simultaneously, all four steps. We're constantly shaping, redefining, rethinking our intention. There are some intentions that I have, I think I want something, and then on the journey to it, I realize I don't want that and just abandon it. So play with intention. Let yourself be just as light and playful about deciding what your intention is as you are in playing the game. Any question about an intention? The world is a smorgasbord, and we're just shoppers. And we get to see something that we want and put that in as an intention. We get to collect that stuff. Oh, I want that. Oh, game on. There's a new intention. There's something I might like to try. We can actually walk through our lives that playfully, playing with intention. That's how we are in non-physical. That's how we created all these universes and all these interesting animals and things on the planet and, you know, intention. Step two. This step two, getting into vibrational harmony with our intention. There's a real difference in um, saying that I want to experience a cloud as an X in the shape of an exclamation point and having had that experience. Wanting something is a completely different vibration than having experienced it. Step two of Manifest Game really invites us into study the nuances of vibration, to let ourselves see the truth about where our vibration is. Um, if I'm begging for something, yearning for something, I'm in the vibration of begging and yearning. Step two invites us to, in our wholeness, Manifest Game is not a human game. If you play Manifest Game in your humanness, you're doing it. It's a behavior. So you want to step into wholeness anytime you play Manifest Game, right? So in our wholeness, we want to use all of the tools that we learned our first few weeks together to observe our energy. We want to hone our skill to vibrate on purpose. And step two of Manifest Game invites us to vibrate in harmony with our intention as though it has already manifested. It's not something we want in the future. It's here now. So you're looking for tools, skills, ways that you can get into vibrational harmony with your intention before it's here. With the coins, for example, throughout the day, you can imagine that you're carrying a bag of coins and adding to it. Go into your imagination. You can use visualization to do it. You can watch something inspiring of somebody else doing that which you are asking for and get into vibrational harmony. Sometimes there are movies that act out feelings and experiences, that I want, and I can watch that movie, learn the vibration, and then hold that vibration within myself. So step two, we want to believe that it has already happened and hold that vibration in our own energy. Um, One example that I'm playing with right now, I think you all know I write screenplays, and I am in the process of producing one of them. And one of my favorite step two, thank you. One of my favorite step two vibrations is attending the premiere. I know the theater where I want it. I'm there with the cast and the crew. I'm there with all of the people who have supported me through the process. I attend that premiere all the time. I know the energy of it. My movie is already produced. I've already had all of the fun of being in the field and working with all of the people. And now, it's being introduced to the my loved ones, the people who have supported me through this process. So I can attend that premiere. I am in the vibration of my screenplay already produced and released. Now, what happens when I'm in that vibration is that everything shifts in my intention and how I vibrate in my day. I'm not yearning for it. I'm not afraid of it. It doesn't beat me up. It doesn't feel like it's out of reach. These tricksters and saboteurs and outdated belief systems and conflicting intentions and stuff that's in my energy, they can't exist when I hold that vibration. So as I hold my vibration up here at my film premiere, I find myself making choices. I don't know if I shared this with you last week, but I sent my script to a well-known actress who agreed to read it. In my humanness, I was scared shitless to do that. But I've already been to my premiere. I know that it's good. I know that others have participated in it. I'm in this vibration, and that was the next logical step. I was inspired to do that from a completely different place. If I had sent my script from my human status, it's coded with my human energy. Oh, would you please? Oh, I'm hoping. Oh, I'm wishing. I'm yearning. It's coded with that energy. But the email, when I finally sent the PDF to her, I'm in my wholeness. I just attended my premiere. I'm in my wholeness, and the email to her is coded with that frequency, coded with that vibration. So, step two really invites us to become keenly aware of our vibration. And Manifest Game says that it's not the process of manifesting, you've already manifested it. Get into vibrational harmony that it has already manifested. Help me bring it in, is what that says, right? Does that make sense? We want to live as though it has already happened. Who are you when it's manifested? Who are you in that vibration? You want to study that vibration and bring that into your now moment. I really encourage you to play in your unified field. In your unified field, everything is possible. That's where the infinite is. When we're humans talking about infinite, talking about abundance and unlimited stuff, we're in human yearning for it. But when you're in your unified field and you know your oneness with all that is, that's an experience in it. It's back to the two realities. Everything we're doing here is me inviting you to step out of humanness and into wholeness so that you master this and bring that vibration into your humanness. And all of that comes through the unified field. So manifest game is a game in wholeness. If you play this as a human, which is probably what you've been doing all these decades, you you're not tapping into, you're doing it. You're going through the motions. It's a behavioral change. But if you'll play manifest game in your UFI, in your wholeness, now you're moving energy. Now you're an energetic master. Now that energy from the wholeness of you is actually affecting the humanness of you. Your human vibration is being affected. You're vibrating in such a energetic pattern that law of attraction is now setting you up to experience everything that you're vibrating in your wholeness. Now it becomes an energetic process. It's a it's a game of being, not a game of doing. And that's step two. Step two really is an invitation to go deeply into this process of observing your frequency, your vibration, of choosing what vibration you want at any point. And that's what I do in channeling is I change the frequency of my vibration to connect with it from my wholeness. In my wholeness, I change my frequency to connect with whatever experience it is, whatever exploration I'm wanting. Stephanie, I do want to address this about source energy also. The unified field meditation is set up to take the individual that is you in human form, that unified field that is Stephanie. The UFI meditation expands it out of the human experience into that point where you are one with all. And then it expands it to merge you with your soul family. And then it expands you to merge you with what I call Christ consciousness, unity consciousness, that vibration of all of the beings who have mastered the vortexes of earth. They are masters of the earth experience and they exist in that realm. And the UFI takes you to there and unifies you with your Christ energy. And then it expands you even more to unify you with your source energy. And then expands you into oneness with the all. And everything that we play with here begins with you unified. So step two invites you to become highly conscious of your vibration and invites you to vibrate on purpose. So this week's invitation is pick something playful. If the coins work for you, keep playing there. That's great. If you want to pick something else that feels really fun, something you don't have any resistance to, pick that and observe your vibration this week. What is the frequency of having, well, there it is. There's the exclamation point in the clouds. What's the frequency of witnessing that? I just asked for it a few minutes ago, and there it is. What is the frequency of experiencing what you consciously, deliberately, intentionally, on purpose asked for? What is that vibration? And how can you hold that in your earth body? That's your frequency. So that's two. Step three is a little cheater's tool to help you get into vibrational harmony with what you want. And that's remembering all of the times that you deliberately manifested something. You're already a creator. You're already good at this. You've already done this. Maybe you haven't done it with clouds. Maybe you haven't done it with coins. Maybe you haven't done it on this thing you're going to play with this week, but you've already done this. You already know what it feels like to be successful, to intentionally manifest something. You want to call up that vibration, and that is in your wholeness. That's in your wholeness. Heck, if you can't call up anything else, call up this one. Do you know how many souls want to get in a body on this planet? There's a long list of them. Do you know how many souls wanted to get in a body on the planet at this time for the Great Awakening? Countless numbers of them. You made it. You got selected for a body. You won the lottery. You're already a success, just that you're even in a body. And now here you are playing manifest game to wake yourself up and remember all of this stuff. So you already have that vibration in your wholeness. You're already a masterful creator. You created all this. So step three is just like a little starter. It's just, kind of gets you in the groove, gets you in vibrational harmony to play the game. It gets you into your mastery. Step four. Step four is gratitude for the desire. Gratitude for the journey that it's taking you on. This is not gratitude for the coins you manifested. This is gratitude for seeing what you do to yourself when you don't manifest coins. This is gratitude for acknowledging how you felt when you accepted. This is an invitation last week. This is gratitude for everything you learned about yourself playing. It has nothing to do with the manifestation. This is appreciation that you are on a journey into wholeness and there is something you want that has invited you to play these 4 steps. That's what step 4 is. It's the gratitude of, oh my God, I'm manifesting clouds. Oh my God, I'm manifesting parking spaces. Oh my God, I want my screenplay to get produced. I want a premiere. I want, wow, I want. Where my human is, I want, I want, I want. Can you feel the difference? And that's, I don't know about you, but I did that for a long time. I beat myself up about the stuff that I wanted because I had that whole less than thing, you know? Less than. I didn't believe in myself. Who am I? Lack and limitation, victim, all of those amazing vortexes. But really, the vibration is wanting something is master level. I want something. There's um there's almost a disappointment in me sometimes when I manifest it. Oh, game over. Do you know what I mean? So now I got to go find something else that I want. It's inside out, right? It's inside out. From a human perspective, it's like, oh my God, I just want to stop wanting stuff. Because the wanting process is so uncomfortable. But when you turn inside out playing manifest game, the wanting process is so freaking blissful. It calls forth all of the universe to play with me. The process of wanting something fills me with universal energy. Oh my God, it's orgasmic. Just wanting it has nothing to do with it manifesting. Can you feel how there's so much pressure actually being taken off of the manifestation? So back to my screenplay 3 days. I am so in the process. I am so blissful in the process of manifesting my cast and my crew and my funding. I'm so blissful in that process. I'm satiated. There is no, it's already produced and it's already out there. And I'm in that vibration. I'm in no hurry to get there. I don't need to push or pull. I flow. My action is inspired. Oh, I just sent out a little something to somebody this morning. I'm like, I don't know, whatever. I was inspired to do it from my wholeness. This process of being in the wanting, the desiring, the intending journey is so orgasmic and satiating that it really doesn't matter what manifests. It's inside out. I had a conversation yesterday with someone who was on a team for 2 years um and was looking for a little bit of a refresher and what we decided was that he had never really mastered wholeness, didn't know how to get into the vibration of wholeness. And I watched the struggle of everything, that he was just so back in his humanness. Um, so this is why I'm encouraging you to observe the frequency of your wholeness because everything from wholeness is inspired action. I don't have to apply my brain to figure out how to get my movie in the world. I'm, it's all inspired. It's all flows through me with such orgasmic bliss. Wholeness really is the key to everything. You remember, that was tool number 1. And we spent some time. So now you've got these other tools and you're seeing how the pieces are coming together, how all these tools play together. If I can say anything to you, observe, study that frequency of you in wholeness. And yes, it's back to the two realities. When my action is inspired, I'm in wholeness. When I'm pushing, pulling, forcing, doing, making to-do lists, I'm in humanness. I don't do any of that. I wake up and my to-do list is done in my wholeness. All the universe has been working on it all night, and I just wake up, oh, okay. Now it's my job to get into that frequency. That's my only job, is to get back into that frequency. So if I'm pushing, pulling, yearning, wanting, any of that stuff, I'm not in wholeness. And I want to get out of there as fast as I can, because that's a waste of time. I've been here 70 years. I don't have any more decades to waste. I want to be here. So that's a big part of, I think, what the invitation is for this week is really observe yourself. Get really good at recognizing which of the two realities you're in and what those symptoms are. By the time
Okay.
we're done here, you're going to have a sense of the frequency of each of these four steps. You're going to have a sense of how that feels to intend. Oh, look, I'm in the process of intention. It's not always, oh, I want this, step one. No, step one is sometimes I don't really know what I want. And I'm going to go shopping in the smorgasbord. One of my favorite things is, I'm a foodie. I cook. I don't like okra. And so I'm like, at the smorgasbord of life. And when I put some okra on my plate, I'm like, bleh. That's step one of manifest game. I have just decided I don't want that. What do I want? Right? What do I want? So sometimes the steps feel a little uncomfortable. And I think that's part of this process also, that we begin to recognize we're in these four steps all the time regarding this issue. What step are you in? Where are you? Are they all flowing? Is there one that's stuck? Is there one that's working? And we're learning to recognize in our vibration what that is. If I feel
Yeah.
myself in the vibration of I don't want, I know I'm just playing step one. And the quicker, this is what I'm trying to say, thank God I have an ascension team who can call me on this sometimes. It looks like you might be on step one. So I'm just searching around for what it is that I do want. And the quicker I can recognize that that's all that is and invert it and decide what is it that I want, the quicker I'm playing manifest game with it. And speaking of some of those vortexes, I'd like to get to part of the invitation for this week. So I encourage you to explore your wholeness and play manifest game from there. Make sure you're playing in wholeness. Pick something really, really playful, another something playful that excites you, that you want to apply some energy to. Something that really you want to explore this game this week. Pick something that feels fun to do that. And then three, I don't know if you actually started your list of for the treasure map. Did you start a list of the vortexes? What I'd like you to do this week is the beginning of this game of observing what you do to yourself to sabotage manifest game. What old beliefs kick in? Oh, that doesn't work. Oh, it's never worked, or this is how this is done. This is what this is. What conflicting intentions do you have? Well, I want it, but I don't want it. Oh, I think it's good. No, I think it's bad. No, it's desirable. No, and what tricksters are at play here? Tricksters, triggers, saboteurs, outdated belief systems, and conflicting intentions. They all go on our treasure map at some place along the journey within the next week or two. We're going to talk about good and bad, right and wrong. And there is no good or bad, right or wrong. There's just your choice and your preference. Energy is just energy. We each get to look at what's on the smorgasbord and choose and prefer and discern for ourselves. You might like okra. So I love you enough to keep the okra on the smorgasbord, but don't put it on my fucking plate. I don't want it. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to hear you eating it. But that's my preference. But, to me, it's bad. To me, it's undesirable. To me, I don't want to make it wrong for anybody else. And we're going to get to the point where we feel this way about everything. There's a place for everything. I don't have to put it on my plate. But if I'm putting it on my plate, I need to know why I'm doing that. So those are tricksters and saboteurs, conflicting intentions. Those are vortexes I'm stuck in. I was stuck in victim all my life and less than, lack and limitation, fear, things that held me back from being who I really am. For me, those are undesirable. And then there's me judging you with okra on your plate. That's my energy that I'm investing in judging you for okra on your plate. You can put okra on your plate. Why am I judging it? Why am I entangling in your decision to put okra on your plate? Why can't I let you live your life the way you want without me having to get involved? That's my saboteur, conflicting intentions. It's the way that I disable myself. The things that we do to ourselves to get involved in other people's energy just hides the truth from ourselves. What am I hiding about myself as I'm judging you for having okra on your plate? I don't want to hang out with you because you put okra on your plate. You're a bad person. We do this. We do it and it ties up our energy in other people's shit. So, where we want to go is allowing ourselves, remember, we're collecting energy here, we're mastering vibrations and frequencies. We want to let ourselves see the truth about when we do that. And so, there's no hierarchy as far as tricksters and saboteurs go. Um, I would say the way that I would phrase it is there are some that are more urgent for me to get out of than others. There are some that are a higher priority. There's some that I can actually live with a little bit longer. And then there are other things that I do to myself, like victim was a pretty big vortex for me. I had disabled my uh, from human perspective, it looked like I was successful. I was miserable. I had an amazing career in film and television, from all of those perspectives, but I was miserable. So it was an important vortex for me to master. So um, do it whatever way feels good, whatever way feels effortless to you. What's important is just that you collect it. And this becomes truly your treasure map. And we will begin the treasure hunt here real soon to call up a vortex or two, to explore why do you choose that? Is it conscious, unconscious, subconscious? Because we want to be highly conscious of what's in our energy. And we've learned some bad habits, that we fall into those old grooves. So when you catch yourself in an old groove, stick it on your list. We're going to start turning that into a treasure hunt. There are goodies there. There are truths that you have hidden from yourself there. There are lies that you tell yourself. There's a saboteur within you at play that keeps you hung up in those vortexes, that keeps you from vibrating in your wholeness. What are the things you do to you to keep you from being here as the masterful creator 24/7? Just begin the process. I don't know if this helps, but um, so I've been using these specific tools for 4.5 years, and I still get stuck in vortexes. I don't want to project my slowness on you, but this has been a journey. The more vortexes I free myself, the easier the next ones get. And it's up to you whether you want to take on the big ass ones or the little ones. But right now, I'm encouraging you to play Manifest Game with the little light stuff, but stick the big tricksters on your list. And then we can decide, once we start getting into those tools, you can decide which one you want to play with first. Because we're going there. We're going through the valley of the shadow of death. Do you guys know you can watch these replays too? If you want an infusion of this energy, there's a and I will tell you step three. You don't you don't have to suffer, Amber, I promise. There's a this is our UFI. And I can tell you as a tour guide that our UFI is master level. There's amazing combined energies. Each of you is so committed to your journey and your progress. Um, if you will replay these, you will be infused by that. There's a beautiful gift here that we have all created. So it's not watching the replay just to feed the head, but let yourself feel this incredible vortex we have created and how quickly it's moving through the sludge, catapulting all of us together in such an amazing sense of love and unity. So I would invite you to come back to these replays as often as you like and infuse yourself with this energy. Can you feel how invested we all are in ourselves and in one another? That's a huge pocket of energy. It's huge. Let yourself ride that, harness that, surf those waves. Step three is the medium of miracles. Step three is that escrow where I know myself as a creator. I've created all kinds of incredible things. I've been very successful at this game. And what happens in stepping into, here's the thing about vibration. Once you have experienced a vibration, it's yours. It's yours. You can call that vibration up at any time. You already know the experience. Think about anything in life. Once you've touched the keys on the piano, you've had an experience of piano. You can call up that vibration at any time and build on it. So once you've had success, you have that vibration. Study it, package it, call it up at any time. That's what step three does, is it reminds us that we're already masters at this and helps us get back into that vibration. Have some fun with this. When you figure out what you're manifesting this week, please post it. I love you all so much. What an honor to play here.